Hello, friends. It's been a minute, and honestly, the last time I spoke to you, I was feeling not well, but I was like, nah, it's fine. Everyone's ill right now. Just leave it, ignore it, forget about it. It'll go away. It got worse and worse and worse. Yesterday, I woke up and my jaw hurt so much. It felt as if I'd had some kind of like tooth extraction. My jaw hurt so much, I could have cried. Might have cried. So Lee made me go to the doctor, and it's a good job he did because I actually had a sinus infection. So now I'm going to be well on my way to on the mend because I've got some antibiotics. But I thought I would check in and say hello because I'm about to record another episode of I've got a gaming channel because I'm 15, and I'm doing an Animal Crossing kind of vlogmas thing where I'm doing 24 videos making a Christmas island. Again, who even am I? How old do I think I am? But I really enjoy that stuff. So if you do, I have a channel over there. But that's not what I'm here to tell you about. It just kind of explains why I'm in this setup. I was set up to record a video, and I thought, while I'm here, why not say hello? How did everyone's weekends go? How did your Black Friday go? Did you buy anything? No? Great. Good for you. Well done. I'm actually considering doing a no-buy for next year. I've been thinking a lot about it, and I'm like, could I do 100% no-buy? Is that too restrictive? Yes. But what would the rules be otherwise? Do we do no-buy of everything? Is it just no-buy of certain things? And I thought, do you know what? I'm going to ask you guys. Maybe you guys would want to do this with me. How does a real no-buy work? Surely you can't literally buy nothing. So how does it work? What would you want the rules of a no-buy to be? Where you feel like it would be impactful but like actually sustainable? Would you want to do a collective no-buy? Maybe this is something we could do together. I definitely could pull back on buying just general stuff I don't need. Like, I don't need to buy a lip balm every time I go to Tesco. I've really had to pull myself back this year from looking around the clothing sections in supermarkets. That's been a major draw for me. I went into Tesco yesterday to get my prescription. Oh my God, I looked terrible. I saw like 15 people that I knew. I looked like death. I was wearing I was wearing joggers and like a sweatshirt that was just like clothes that you really shouldn't leave the house in. Really unkempt, and my face, I mean, I look not great today, but wow, yesterday was not a good day to bump into people you knew, and I saw all of them. It wasn't ideal, but that's by the by, because I was feeling kind of a little bit under the weather. I was like pulled in. I really wanted to go and have a look, like maybe I need another sweatshirt, maybe new pajamas will make me feel better. I apologize. when I talk, and I talk all the time. Bit of ASMR for you. Yeah, so that's a thing for me that's like, oh, I really need to stay away from that. Maybe if we collectively come together and decide, like, what are our trigger points for spending? What are the things that we're like, oh, I need to stop doing this? Like, a couple of years ago, sorry, mouth sounds, I know, horrible. A couple of years ago, I decided what would be the best thing for me would be like, I know, I'm not going to support fast fashion. Let's be real. This was not like, I'm not like an eco warrior. This was just like another thing for myself. Like, maybe this is the thing. This will drive me. I'll not support fast fashion. I'm only going to buy secondhand. Do you know how much money I spent on Vinted? It was insane. And because I was buying things secondhand, which yes, it's much cheaper sometimes. If you weren't going to buy it in the first place, like I bought some crazy things. Nothing's accessible right now. But I bought this skirt that's like a white layered tulle skirt with dot print on it. I don't think I'm ever going to wear this skirt. I don't even know why I bought the skirt. I would never have bought it in any other circumstance, but maybe it was a super sale. I don't know. But then when you add on fees, when you add on shipping, you didn't really save that much necessarily. Vinted is fantastic. I bought this from Vinted because this is from a few years ago. I saw it in H&M and was like, oh, I really want that sweatshirt. And then they never had it in my size. Bought it this year. Absolutely love it. Live in it. You will see me in it constantly. I didn't really think of it as a Christmas jumper. It is. I think they've launched it for Christmas. I guess these are llamas. I don't know. But I love it. It's my David from Schitt's Creek jumper. I love it so much. This is not an example of like, I shouldn't have bought it because I wanted it full price but couldn't get it in my size. I've had lots of things like that I've bought things from Vinted that I've tried on and been like, it's just a little bit too expensive, or it's just not quite right. They're great, but it's the again, it's the air intake. I should have a cough button. I'm sorry. It's the whole thing of like, once I go on there and browse like it's ASOS, then you've got in your mind, well, I've got to buy it because there's literally only one of that thing. What if I don't get it again? That's the problem with secondhand. That's the problem with secondhand when you're a shopaholic. So yeah, would you guys be interested in doing this like as a bit of a theme for 2024? Trying a no buy, trying a low buy. What are our rules? Maybe on a month by month basis. I did this a few years ago when I was like paying down some debt. And to be honest, I do have a car loan right now that is kind of looming over me a little bit. Cost of living is insane. Everything is costing more. I am doing my best to bring in more money in ways that I feel good about, because I talk about this all the time, but when you have any amount of following on the internet, people offer you money to talk about things, and a lot of those things don't make me feel good. So I say no. But I do accept the ones that I do feel good about. But outside of that, I've started a new business with my friend. I'm doing other things. I have an actual day job, and I feel like I cannot keep cash because everything costs so much more. Sorry, I had to pause for a second because major coughing fit. So with that in mind, I think I would like to pay down some of these things like the car loan that are looming a little bit, because I would be better off each month. So 2024, that's what I'm thinking. Low buy, no buy. Just submit your ideas. What are your trigger points? What would be things that you think would motivate you? How often would you want me to talk about it if we were going to do this as like a collective team effort? And yeah, what do you think the rules should be? We'll talk about this again in the next couple of weeks, and maybe I'll do something like resolution-y to talk about. Also, this kind of makes me look like two little metal balls on the top of my head. But yeah, just kind of was like thinking about it the other day and thought you would be the best people to ask. So here I am, I'm asking. I hope you've had a great weekend. Hope you haven't spent any unnecessary money in the Black Friday sales, unless it was with my candle company. I'm joking. Don't buy things you don't need. Don't buy things you don't need when you've got no money. If you've got the disposable income, then great. But if you've got no money and you're putting yourself further back to buy those things, don't buy them. You don't need them. We don't need any of these things. So yeah, fantastic business marketing technique. Don't buy things, but do. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.